Solve each equation on the interval 0 through 2 pi. So in part A we got 1 minus cosine theta equals 1/2. So solving means we are trying to determine the values of theta, where theta is an angle between 0 and 2 pi. 0 is included but not 2 pi, so that this equation is true. So first we need to isolate the trig function, then we find the value of theta. So let's isolate cosine theta. So this 1, let's move that over. So subtract 1 from both sides, and then that leaves negative cosine theta in the left equals 1/2 minus 1 is negative 1/2. Negative, we can multiply both sides by negative 1, so we get cosine theta equals 1/2. So this is inside the unit circle, kind of, because 0 to 2 pi. Okay, we know that all students take calculus. That's the rule for being positive negative, the sine cosine being positive negative, and cosine is 1/2. So we got cosine equals positive 1/2, and the answer will be the positive 1/2 in the first quadrant and here in the fourth quadrant. Okay, 0. Okay, this is 90 or pi over 2. This is pi over 2. So we need to answer in radians. So our answer will be bigger than 3 pi over 2, less than 2 pi, 0, and then this is pi over 2, this is pi. And we know that in quadrant, if we know the angle in first quadrant, the corresponding angle, if we have the correct place, then pi minus theta, here pi plus theta, here 2 pi minus theta. In the first quadrant, we know that cosine theta equals 1/2 where? When theta equals 60 degrees, pi over 3. Okay, or if you know how to make a unit circle, you can just look at cosine means x coordinates, and the unit circle 1/2, x coordinates 1/2. So let me show you that as well. So x coordinate 1/2 is here, that's the pi over 3, 60, and we know the answer will be in fourth. Here is one more. That's the only places where x coordinate or cosine theta is 1/2. Here this is negative 1/2. Here negative 1/2. Okay. So the answer from unit circle, pi over 3 and pi over 3. Or in this way, since we know that cosine theta equals 1/2, that is pi over 3, then another answer is here. That means 2 pi minus pi over 3. That's the 3 times 2, 6 pi minus pi, 5 pi over 3. So you can find that. Here's one warning. This one, cosine theta equals 1/2. This is not necessarily true that theta equals cosine inverse of 1/2. This is not true. Okay, because for the obvious reason, when you are asked to evaluate cosine inverse of 1/2, it's got only one answer, which is pi over 3. And as we see, cosine theta equals 1/2. Even for this domain, we got two answers. In reality, cosine theta equals 1/2. If this restriction is not given, then there will be infinitely many correct answers, because our graph, cosine graph, is going forever, and 1/2 is achieved in infinitely many places. Okay, so we can go through this quadrant rule or go to the unit circle, then just look at the corresponding coordinate. Cosine means x, sine means y coordinate. Let's look at second problem. Subtract root 3 from both sides, then divide by 2 so that we can isolate sine theta. Subtract, now divide by 2. So sine theta equals negative. If you look at this quadrant rule, sine is negative where? All positive, sine positive here and here. So our answers will be here. Without negative, sine theta equals root 3 over 2. That's the 60 degrees, or pi over 3. But our answer should be here and here because sine is negative. So to find the answer here, pi plus theta. So pi plus pi over 3. And here, 2 pi minus pi over 3. Okay, so 1 pi plus 1/3 pi, 3 times 1, 3 plus 1, 4 pi over 3. So the answers are 4 pi over 3 and 3 times 2, 6 pi minus 1 pi, 5 pi over 3. Okay, sine theta equals negative root 3 over 2. In this restriction we have in 2 places. Okay, we don't have to go through this quadrant rule if you know how to create a unit circle. Okay, then you have to do everything. So sine theta equals negative means y coordinate being negative root 3 over 2. Y coordinate negative root 3 over 2. Y coordinate negative root 3 over 2 here and here. So 4 pi over 3 and 5 pi over 3. So let's do part C. Isolate cosine theta. So add root to both sides and divide by 2. So cosine theta equals root 2 over 2. So cosine is positive. So cosine is positive in the first and fourth. Root 2 over 2. Cosine theta equals root 2 over 2. That's 45, or theta equals pi over 4. So the answers are pi over 4 in the first quadrant. In the fourth quadrant, 2 pi minus pi over 4. 4 times 2, 8 pi minus 1 pi, 7 pi over 4. Or from here, go to the unit circle and see where x coordinate is root 2 over 2. Okay, and the last one, okay, tangent, subtract 3 from both sides and divide by root 3, so that tangent theta is isolated. In fact, we can simplify this one 3 over root 3 by rationalizing the denominator. So I'm just simplifying the right hand side. That's negative 3 root 3 over root 3 times root 3 is 3. Now 3 cancel. So this is, in fact, let me rewrite here. Tangent theta equals simply negative root 3. Okay, so now we need to figure out where tangent is negative. And looking at this quadrant rule, ASTC, tangent is negative here and here. Tangent is positive in first and third quadrants. In the first quadrant, we know that tangent theta equals first quadrant, let's find this one. That's when theta is 60 degrees. Okay, this is you need to memorize the values in first quadrant, then you will be fine. Okay, tangent 60 is root 3. So in the first quadrant, pi over 3, but our answer is in second quadrant, so pi minus pi over 3, and fourth means 2 pi minus pi over 3. The answer on the third quadrant would be pi plus original. So that means theta equals pi minus 1/3 means 2/3 pi left. Here 3 times 2, 6 minus 1, 5 pi over 3. Final.